Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another Rookie Card Collector 123 video. In today's episode, we are going to continue our Baseball Hall of Famer Top 10 Early Cards series in alphabetical order, as we've been doing all along. Today's episode is going to cover Richie Ashburn, very popular outfielder for the Philadelphia Phillies during the 50s and early 60s. Ashburn also spent some time at the very end of his career with the New York Mets as well. So first card we're going to cover for Ashburn is actually not really a card, but his earliest cataloged issue, which is a 1948 Philadelphia Bulletin. It's a die-cut cutout from a Philadelphia Bulletin, which was a newspaper which covered Philadelphia sports during that period: football, basketball, baseball, as well as various other related sports. They produced die cuts for over a several-week period for the Philadelphia Phillies ball players, as well as Philadelphia Athletics players, the American League Philly team. Ashburn's first cataloged appearance is in this 48 Philadelphia Bulletin issue. And if you want to see what it looks like, I'm going to add that image as my thumbnail for this video. These are extremely scarce. I used to have one back when I collected Hall of Fame rookie cards in the early 2000s. I had mine encapsulated by Beckett. Not too sure that PSA or SGC would grade those. Beckett did back then. Not sure today if they would do the same as well. Basically, they're cut out from a newspaper. The grading companies, PSA and SGC, both of them do grade newspaper cutouts, mostly from 1936. They're called sports stamps, and they include a player image and a bio at the bottom. The Joe DiMaggio and the Bob Feller in there are both early rookie issues for those two guys. And I've seen PSA and SGC slabs for both of those. Not sure about these Philadelphia Bulletins. But a really rare Richie Ashburn to start things off. One other Richie Ashburn was produced beginning in 1948 also. This was a baseball magazine supplement. These are cataloged as M114 in the vintage standard catalog of baseball cards. I'm sorry, the American card catalog. These M114s are oversized. They're roughly about 9 by 11. So these are too large to fit in any of the grading company holders. Possibly Beckett has a holder that might be large enough for them. I know PSA and SGC do not. These were issued from the time of the player's rookie season, oftentimes, in this case 48, through about 1957. So these were issued, that one in particular is about a 10-year time period. And the only other 48 issue of Ashburn. Moving on to 49, we have the commonly accepted Ashburn rookie card, which is his 49 Bowman. Mainstream card. Just about everybody's probably familiar with that one. I'm not going to go into details about it. But his most popular rookie card to collect. Also issued in 49 for Ashburn is not a card again, but it's a Eureka stamp. Now these were produced for the National League teams. They came with a stamp album. They came on perforated sheets that you would punch out and separate, and then mount them into the stamp album to complete the entire National League album. They have the Dodgers, the Pirates, the Giants, the Phillies, all the teams from that season from 1949. This is another rookie option for Ashburn. Again, it's a stamp. It's not a card, so not really qualifying as a rookie card, but definitely a very affordable Ashburn rookie year collectible. Also issued for Ashburn in 49 was another extremely rare item, This was put out for all of the Philly players from that team, or at least most of them. Again, 49. This was put out by Loomis Peanut Butter. Loomis had their advertising on the back with a black and white image of Ashburn on the front. It's a little bigger than standard size card, maybe kind of like a W517 size, I would say, just about. These are very scarce. Populations on these are just about definitely under 10, maybe even under 5 on most of the Phillies players. Again, this was a 49 issue, and also an Ashburn rookie. Major challenge trying to find one of these. Using the same photo as the Loomis Peanut Butter, there was a second company that took advantage of this image and advertised their brand on the back instead of Loomis Peanut Butter. It was Seal Test, the company that made the ice cream during that period. And the exact same black and white image on the front, same size card, also issued in 49, also issued for Philadelphia Phillies players. And again, just as rare as the Loomis Peanut Butter. They're both probably about equal. Both very difficult to find. Next up, also 49. This is the last 49 for Ashburn. Once again, it was a Philadelphia Bulletin newspaper image. This one was a colorized image, where the other one was a die cut and it was black and white. This one was colorized on one side of the horizontal image, and then the other side had his bio and some limited name, team, position information as well. And again, these were cut out from the Philadelphia Bulletin newspaper. These are a little smaller than the 48, which was the die cut. Following year, 1950, Ashburn appears on an R423. Even though it's cataloged as R, it's still classified as a strip card. These were issued in strips horizontally, and you were meant to cut them in between the players to make individual cards. These are extremely small. These are similar to the Bagger chocolates that were produced in 1930. They're about the same shape, about the same size. Very tiny. It's another early Ashburn card in there. These are not impossible to find. They're not common, but definitely a lot better chance of finding this card rather than some of the others that we talked about already. Again, 1950, Philadelphia Bulletin put out an Ashburn along with other Philadelphia Phillies players from that season as well. This time, instead of a cutout from the newspaper, these were called pinups. So these were much larger size, and they were basically a full page intact, portraying the player portrait on there. So Ashburn appears on one of those. Those, I believe, may fit in the grading company holders. Not 100% sure. I don't recall the exact dimensions offhand, but they are definitely an oversized item. Following year, 1951, Ashburn appears in the Burke Ross set, which was a multi-sport set that included baseball, football, basketball, golf, and a couple of other sports as well. Interesting thing about the Ashburn card, the 51s came in 2-card panels. The Ashburn came in his panel with Bob Cousy, who would go on to be the World Championship point guard winning basketball player from the Boston Celtics, who played with Bill Russell during most of the Boston championship years. During the late 50s and through the 60s. This Cousy predates his traditionally accepted basketball rookie card, which was a 1957 Topps. This was a 51 Burke Ross, so it predates his basketball rookie by about 6 years. And just adds another interesting twist to the Richie Ashburn 51 Burke Ross. At that point, that's only Ashburn's third year card, so still very early in his career. And the last Ashburn we're going to look at today is going to be from 1951 also. It's going to be the Topps Bluebacks series. This was the first year that Topps put out individual player cards. Even though a lot of people think 52 was the first Topps set, these actually came out before that. And these were sort of designed in a playing card game style. They did a red back series and a blue back series. The blue backs are tougher to find than the red. So Ashburn falls into the blue back series, so he's a tougher one. And they were also issued in packs and 2 card panels. These were vertical panels, so you had one player on top, one player on the bottom, and then you just separated them. It was perforated, and you got the individual cards. So that wraps up the Richie Ashburn episode for today. I hope you got some useful information, some more challenging Ashburn cards if you're a player collector. And I will hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys again on the next one.